Hello, GJ. Hello, everybody. Trying to get this off of here. Hold on. Oh, shit. Let me turn this down. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Good to see everybody. It's been a minute, y'all. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How is everybody? Thank you for the hearts. I want to take time and welcome all the newcomers. I want to welcome all the newcomers. Hello, everybody. And I want to say hello to my old group here, too. Gabrielle, hi, Gabrielle. This is going to be a different type of live. I'm going to have a guest speaker on here. And it's going to be very informational. We're going to be talking about the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and then towards the end we're going to give a message for everybody. But I'm finna have a guest speaker on here. Hi, Medina. Hi. I know it's been a while, y'all. I miss y'all. Thank you for the hearts. Hello, everybody. Again, I want to welcome all my newcomers. All my newcomers. We about to have our guest speaker, you guys.
Hello.
Hi. Can you see that comments and everything?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you very good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect.
We're gonna give
Perfect.
people a little time to get in before we get started, and then
Okay.
I'm going to announce that I'm going to be muting, you know, because I don't want us to get interrupted, and then they can ask questions at the end.
Okay. I'm
Hello,
excited.
everybody. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself while we waiting on more people to come in?
Sure. Hello, everyone. So my name is Keisha, or you can call me Kay or Kay Alchemist. Um, and me personally, what I do, I am a mindset and manifestation coach. I like to work in like the spiritual realm, so I also like to do readings, oracle card readings, energy readings, all of those type of things. And yeah, I'm just yeah. Oh, and I also am a podcaster as well. So I do some podcasting. I also do YouTube, and create intuitive energy readings or like pick a card readings. Yeah, but that's pretty much like the little gist of it. Yeah. Are you?
Okay, so she introduced herself. Y'all can feel free to follow her page.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I know this is something different, but you guys are going to enjoy it. Hi, Rachel. You guys are going to enjoy it. I just invited some regular people, so I'm going to wait just a few minutes longer for them to join.
Okay,
Because
perfect.
once we get started, then that's pretty much it.
Okay, yeah. How are you doing today? How was your day?
um, Today was good, actually. And,
Good.
I had to do my meditation before I came on here. I had to do my meditation. But
Absolutely.
and my thing is, it's not about how many people's going to show up. I just want the people to show up that need this message. So
Absolutely. That's
it's
the
not
intention.
about quantity, it's about quality, you know.
Absolutely. That is
So
good.
that's my intentions. My intentions is set for the right people to come on.
I love
People who
it.
actually
Absolutely.
need to hear this message. I don't know. It seems like people coming in, but then I don't know. I can't even tell. I can't even see what time is it. Let
It
me
is
see.
61. So let me see
It's,
something.
hold on. I got my iPad because when I'm on here, I can't even see the time.
Yeah, it's covered. Yeah, it's 6:01.
Okay.
Yep.
So when it gets 6:03, that's when we'll go ahead and start. So I'm
Alright,
just trying to
wonderful.
give people the liberty to come in, and hopefully they'll be able to allow us to record this, and then I can put it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, doesn't let you save it after, right? You can download it after.
You know what? Certain videos, honey, because some of mine they didn't let me put it on my YouTube, and I was pissed because it was a good one. You know, when I did my Wisdom Wednesdays,
Oh
certain
wow.
people didn't. Certain people didn't. Certain ones, honey. I guess they
Wow.
pick and choose. I don't know. Mm. But I'm getting ready to mute this comments because I don't want people coming in saying crap. Let me
Okay.
see.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And then I
Yes.
gotta see if I can pin something. Girl, I'm new to this. All this new stuff. Let me see.
Let me check. I love that. There we go.
Comment settings. Uh, the comment
Hello,
settings.
Barbara. Hello, Johnson.
Mm. So they give you a choice. 30 seconds. That's not a long time. 1 minute,
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Oh, to
Okay.
mute the comments.
Yeah, they give you like the entire live. I don't want to mute it the entire live because at the end I want them to be able to say something. But
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do the 5 minutes, and then when it's up, I guess I can do it again. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll test it
Okay.
out.
All right. What time? I think it's time for us to start. Yeah, we can go ahead and get started. Do you want to kick it off, or you want me to kick it off?
Sure. I'm cool with whatever I have. I wrote some. I got some notes written down. Um. So yeah. Yeah. Either way.
You can get it started. I'll join in. You know.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. So hello everyone. So today we wanted to talk about balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine aspects that we carry within. Right. Whether we are male or female, we both carry, or all of us carry these two aspects that we have within us. Right. So it's important that we allow ourselves to get a deeper understanding or understanding on what it means, like what the divine masculine looks like when it's healed, right? And what the divine feminine looks like when it's healed. Because there are the other aspects of us having wounded aspects, right? The wounded masculine, the wounded feminine. So it's important that you allow yourself to become aware of these aspects within your body. So I can first kind of talk about what like each aspect kind of means. I can kind of run down and give you guys a little bit of things about that. So let's start with that. So let's start with the divine masculine. Usually a healthy divine masculine is present, right? He's focused, he's logical. Oh, there's some restrictions. Um, he's focused, he's logical, and he has a desire to protect, to build, right? To provide. And a healthy divine masculine, when it comes to providing, this means he's like generous, right? I'm seeing the King of Cups in the tarot card, and that just talks about like emotional intelligence, stability, being generous. Um, in a balanced way as well, balancing these aspects, not just over giving and giving because you want validation, right? Allowing yourself to give from your actual heart space. And then also, the divine masculine is analytical. He has boundaries. He takes, or I don't want to say he, but the aspect itself takes inspired action. It's confident, and you move forward with things, right? You don't just stay stagnant. You're constantly trying to improve yourself. So that's pretty much some of the divine masculine. And then when it comes to the divine feminine is very nurturing, soft, grounded with strong boundaries, and very intuitive. Okay, very intuitive. Um, and the divine feminine aspect, you have a very strong connection with your higher self. You have a high self worth. You're able to express yourself, and you're able to be vulnerable with, with yourself and with other people as well. And also, the divine feminine is very creative and operates off of their feelings, right? And the divine feminine also allows herself to go within introspection, right? Heal parts of herself that need to be addressed and brought to the surface to be healed. So it is a very nurturing, healing, compassionate energy. And again, this is something that we carry in both of us. Like, no matter if you're a female or a male, we carry both of these aspects, and it's very important that you allow yourself to rebalance and bring these back to an equilibrium.
Okay. I wanted to talk about, okay, because some of us get the wrong conception of what a divine feminine is.
Yeah.
They think to be in your feminine energy is to just sit pretty and do nothing and just be docile. I don't know. People have different definitions. Okay, but I want to point out some of the traits of being in your feminine and some
Yeah.
of the traits of masculine. And I'm going to start with masculine. Okay, I've seen that a lot of ladies are in their masculine energy when they're being controlling. Okay, you're in your masculine energy when you want to be in control. Why do we want to be in control? Because we feel that we are not safe.
Mm.
We are not protected. So we get masculine when we feel that we're not safe to be in our feminine energy. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to say that because I know I have found myself being, bossy or controlling, want to control the situation. But no, though that controlling attitude comes from the masculine energy. Okay.
Absolutely.
And also for the feminine energy. Okay. When you're in your feminine, know that in your feminine, that's where your creativity comes in.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your intuition comes in when you're in your feminine energy. Okay. And know that I know some of us try to be in control of things because we don't want to be hurt, cheated on, abandoned, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
etc. But we have to depend on our intuition, our inner guide. That's our female's intuition. Know that your intuition will not steer you wrong, okay? Because that masculine side wants to think with logic,
Yeah.
okay? A lot of times, logic sometimes leads to us being in our egos, and it
Mm-hmm.
causes us to make errors in our lives. Um, okay, and the feminine energy too allows us to be receivers. Okay, it allows
Mm-hmm.
us to receive because we are naturally receivers. We're nurturers. Okay. Um, know that we need both parts though. We need the masculine as well as the feminine. Okay.
Yeah.
Another part with the masculine. Some men, I don't know. I don't know. some some men they be in their feminine too, so y'all don't have to feel bad because it's men that be in their feminine energy too.
Right.
When they be
Yeah.
sitting there going back and forth with you, that's feminine all the day, all day. When they going back and forth, that's
Yeah.
feminine. Masculine energy are made to be protectors.
Right.
Okay, and that's where it goes hand in hand with the yin and the yang because
Mm-hmm.
they're in their role. What I'm saying? They're masculine, we're in our feminine, and we're able to be in our feminine because they're making us feel safe and they making us feel like we are protected.
Yeah.
I notice a lot of single moms, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of single moms operate in their masculine energy because they're in that fight or flight mode where they feel like they
Mm-hmm.
gotta survive. That masculine energy is that survival role where they feel like they gotta survive, they gotta provide. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of females, they jump into that masculine energy because they're forced to jump into it. You know, they're forced to play both roles, but you can
Mhm.
still balance the two. You
Yeah.
still can balance the two, but just know we got to learn how to relax in our feminine energy. Learn how to relax and not try to be in control of everything. Because I'm telling you, that control, that is not a good thing, especially with the masculine. They don't like that. They don't like to be emasculated. That makes them feel emasculated when you try to take over. You make them feel like you don't need them in
Mm.
that sort of aspect. That's when we need to learn how to balance the two. You can jump in now because I gotta take a
Okay.
break.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, that is literally beautifully said. I wanted to add on, like, again, just some of like the divine feminine aspects, like, or both of the aspects when they're coming off as wounded. So, for example, the feminine aspect, like if you have a wounded feminine within, you tend to play small, and like you were saying, you tend to be docile, right? You tend to operate out of the victim mentality. Oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this always happening to me, right? And also very sacrificing and people pleasing. So that's how you can kind of pick it apart to see if you are out of alignment with the true divine feminine like essence, because in your true divine feminine, you know your worth. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands. Hey, Copper. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands energy, and she is assertive. She is commanding. She is fierce. But she's also open and receptive. Like she knows what she wants. She knows how to get after it, and she knows how to wait. So there's that. And then when it comes to like the divine masculine, when it's like wounded, this is like the toxic masculinity that I think we kind of briefed on it a little bit, but just operating out of like fear, operating out of like force, operating straight from your ego, right? Wanting to control everything in an unhealthy way, trying to force things on other people, trying to make people do things that that probably aren't in alignment. You're just in that energy of like, let me make somebody do something for me, right? So you just have to make sure that you are just being mindful too of how you are showing up and how you are presenting yourself. Because remember, it's the divine masculine and the divine feminine that we both carry within. So we have to allow ourselves to learn how to rebalance and reharmonize these aspects and bring them together. Um, yeah, so there's that. And then the other thing, I didn't mention this, but the other aspect of the wounded feminine, one you could also see it as like this wounded feminine is very manipulative, right? She exploits her body or her sexuality. She's over sexual. She's using her body and her charm to take things and use people like in a manipulative way, right? And just trying to get what she wants. And a lot of the times when you're operating out of this, you're not genuine. You have ulterior motives. You're doing something for something, right? You want something out of it. Um, so yeah, and then yeah, so that pretty much is like the wounded feminine. Like I said, the wounded masculine is just the other aspect of the wounded masculine is being fearful, like being in the energy of like you were saying that the feminine energy of like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Oh no, it's okay. I'll let them walk all over me. I'll give everything, right? So you have to make sure that you are paying attention to these things, because this is how you can see if you are out of alignment, right? Or if you're out of balance, because you shouldn't be overgiving, you shouldn't be sacrificing all the time, and you shouldn't be feeling depleted and drained. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of those energies. And yeah, later on, I guess we'll talk about like how to rebalance them. But yeah, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, yeah, like I said, people have a twisted way of their definition of the feminine. It's a lot of people that don't know what feminine energy curtails. And it's not really, it's not a gender, it's an
Yeah,
energy.
the energy.
Feminine and masculine are energies. They're like the yang and the yang. And we
Mm-hmm.
both need both because one without the other means we're unbalanced. Okay? So, what I really want to make clear of, like I said, because it's a lot of people, they don't have a clue what feminine energy is. They think all it is we getting our nails done and our toes polished.
More than that, baby.
They thinking it's just we getting our nails done and our toes polished, okay? But then
Just sitting pretty, doing nothing, right?
okay, we're not just pretty boxes sitting here looking crazy, okay?
Right.
We it's a very big shoe to fill, okay?
Oh yeah.
And to be in our feminine energy is very beneficial because we are tapped into spirit. When we're in our feminine energy is the closest to spirit, okay? Because we
Hmm.
have that side that we are emotionally we're here when we are not
Yeah.
we're able to hear spirit talk when we're in our feminine energy. Like they always say, the one is intuition. When we get that gut feeling, that's because
Yep.
we're in our intuition, okay? We're in our feminine energy. And when we're on our ministration, you know what I'm saying? That connects us closer to source as
Hmm.
well. We're connected to the moon and to source.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have a big role to fill, and so does the divine masculine. I don't know a whole bunch about the divine masculine. I'm still learning,
Hmm.
but I do know that being in the divine masculine, I want you ladies to know that if you're in competition with somebody, that's being in masculine energy. Okay? Men, masculine, I ain't gonna say men, masculine energy likes
Hmm.
to compete. Okay? They wanna be competitive. They wanna win over this and win over that. Okay, so if you wanna be in the feminine energy, you're not trying to compete with anyone.
Yeah.
Staying in your own lane and you're doing the things that you do. We manifest. We are manifestors. We are portals. We carry, we birth children out of our portals. Like I
Yeah.
said, we have big shoes to fill. And you will find that if you balance the two energies, if you don't dismiss, because I feel like we dismiss our feminine energy when we're not listening to our intuition.
Right.
When we dismiss our intuition, when we have a gut feeling about something, we, you know, push it off and like ignore it, okay? Then that's making us weak. That means we can't hear properly because we've been ignoring our intuition. So we
Hmm.
have to be mindful of being able and trust. Okay, that's another thing. We have to
Yeah.
trust our intuition. Okay,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
to trust it because your intuition is your higher self speaking to you, and you're not gonna stare yourself wrong. Of course not.
Right.
Okay, but we got to learn to listen. Okay, and able for us to listen, we have to be now to listen. You have to be in your feminine energy. The
Yeah.
masculine energy, they're more of a logical thinkers.
Right.
They don't think with the spirit realm, the spirit. They think with logic. Okay, they don't think about no spirit. Okay, and sometimes we do have to be logical.
Hmm.
Again, that's where the balance comes in. We have to know, how to balance the two. That's where that comes in. But me, I wouldn't change be a female for nothing in the world. Yes, we carry a lot, but we also, what they say, to whom much is given, much is required.
Hmm.
So I feel that we're prepared for that role.
Oh
We are
yeah.
natural nurturers. We're natural nurturers. Okay?
Mhm.
I'll let you jump in if you have to say.
Okay. Yeah, and no, that like as you were saying that, like I got like the image of like sperm, right? Notice how sperm has always been in that action state. It's on the go, it's looking, it's searching, it's going to go search for the egg. And then when it meets the egg is supposed to be like the creation builder, right? It's like the support. It's like so it's like we've always, even from the atom perspective or whatever, like that's just how it is. It's an energy. Like the feminine is supposed to be nurturing and compassionate and yeah, and then the masculine is supposed to be all about the drive and the action and taking charge. So now I wanted to say a couple of things about like the divine masculine when it's like healthy. So, for the healthy divine masculine, like they're very courageous. I picture them really trusting in faith as well, being determined and trusting as well. Like that, you're just going after. You're like, okay, I know that this is going to work out for me. Let me, because it's all logical as well. So taking action, and also it's being assertive, right? The divine masculine energy knows how to pursue what they want and they go after it. They're not sitting back and just waiting. They're like, okay, this is the move I need to make. This is where I'm going to take action, and then they do it, right? And then it also comes down to strength, and this is physical and mental. So when it comes down to like the divine masculine, um, improving his mental, this is talking about making good decisions, right? Being more logical, but taking calculated risks, right? Thinking about things from a logical perspective or an analytical perspective. And also the divine masculine, when it comes to physical health, a healthy divine masculine knows that his body is a temple as well. He's training, he's exercising, he's eating healthy, he's putting the right things into his body. That way he can hear his intuition that he has as well, because once again, we have both aspects. So the divine masculine is also able to tap into their intuition. You just have to make sure that your vessel is clear, that you're here in the present moment, and that you're actually really trying to tune into it, right? And then another thing that I wrote is how important it is for the divine masculine to heal the relationship with the masculine in their life. And I'm not saying you have to go to your father or your grandfather. I'm not saying you have to do that. But you have to sit with yourself and heal from all the wounds, all the traumas, all the limited beliefs, right? Everything that they told you that you needed to be, or how you needed to act, or how much money you need to make. You need to get rid of all of those beliefs and reprogram your mind with your truth, not your dad's truth, not your ancestors' truth. What is your truth in this lifetime, right? So you have to sit with yourself and find that out. And that also goes back to developing yourself, working on your self-discipline, your emotional intelligence, and your mental resilience. Those three things is what like the focus should be, to stay balanced and aligned, is having that self-discipline, showing up for yourself, right? Working on your mental, your body, your soul, your spirit, all aspects. And then developing that emotional intelligence, being able to know what emotions are yours, right? And being able to instantly clear any triggers and not be triggered by something that somebody says. Because in actuality, nothing outside of yourself should be triggering you. And if something is triggering you, that means something within you needs to be healed. Something within you needs to be addressed. There's some type of fear or limiting belief, or something that's keeping you from really showing up as your true authentic self. Okay. And then one more thing I want to add is it's very important. Like the healthy divine masculine is a good communicator. That's the number one
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Communication. You have to know how to speak, and you have to learn how to be assertive, right? Speak up, speak your truth, and don't be afraid of what anyone else has to say. And I'm not saying doing it in like an arrogant way. I'm saying assertive, like being firm in your conviction, right? Being firm within yourself and knowing, like, hey, I would like this, or I'm having this issue, but you have to use your words. You have to communicate. And the last thing I want to say is when it comes to communication, the most important thing, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, but the most important thing when it comes to communication is you have to be listening to people to understand or understand, not listening to react, not listening to respond. Listen to understand so you know what they're trying to get across to you, right? You need to look at other people's perspectives and point of view. You don't have to accept it and sit with it. You can just listen to it. Everyone deserves to be heard, and that's another thing. You have to allow everyone to speak their truth because everybody's truth is different. So, yeah. Over here,
I say,
chilling now.
I hope y'all have y'all notebooks because this is some good jewels that you guys are receiving. Okay,
Yes,
because like I
ma'am.
said, you just be amazed at people who walk around don't know what the different energies
Yeah.
curtail of. And then there's also the dark feminine. You know what I'm saying? We're
Oh,
not going to
yes.
discuss that, but there is another side to the feminine energy where
Yes.
there's a dark feminine energy as well. Maybe we may
Yes.
talk about that one day. We may tap into that.
Yeah.
But as for this topic, I don't have anything else to say as far as about the two. I think I may have said everything I need to say. As far as like I said, just know that feminine role is not just painting toes and polishing
Mm,
fingernails and putting on makeup and putting perfume on. It's not just that.
right. Right.
Um,
Literally, there's more
because
to that. There's a lot of healing too that has to be done and addressed. And women, especially because we have that connection, we just know when we know something's wrong with it. We know, and it's just something within us makes us want to address it and wants to heal it. But you have to bring the awareness. That's the biggest thing, is you have to have self awareness, because you can't even pick up and see how you're moving and how you're reacting if you don't sit with yourself and watch yourself. And what I like to say is like, look at yourself for at least one day, try one day and watch how you move all day. And I picture like being in the energy of a lynx, right? Like cats. Cats are very intelligent. They sit back, they're very clever, they watch, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
what you need to do is you need to be the observer of your life. What are you thinking about? What are you focused on? How are you showing up? How are you acting in your life? Right? And really bringing awareness to these things so that you can start to change them and critique them and get rid of the things that are no longer serving you. Because the only way that you can't really be in your powerful divine masculine is some type of wound or trauma or limiting belief that you are holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for the divine feminine. It's something that you are holding on to that's not allowing you to express your 100% divine feminine aspect, as well as your 100% divine feminine. And the way that I see it, I don't see it as 50-50. It's you come 100, 100. That is what it is. Because when
Okay.
we are born whole, right? The only way that we don't feel like we're whole is when we go through life and we pick up all these traumas and these insecurities and these limiting beliefs, and then we're starting to search all outside of ourselves to find what we're missing, right? Drugs, alcohol, addictions, all of these things that we're holding on to. But really, we need to make sure that we are remending these wounds, and it all comes back down to childhood. Every single one of us has trauma. So you got to sit with yourself and find out what trauma needs to be released and reprogrammed. Okay, that's the number one thing, is to reprogram your mind as well for more empowering things, more empowering beliefs, and be self-disciplined. Focus on your emotional intelligence and build that mental resilience, because your thoughts create your reality, and the way that you feel about your reality is also what is creating your external reality. As within, so without, right? Your external reality is a representation of your internal thoughts and your belief systems and what you were programmed to believe. So if you don't reprogram your mind for success and abundance and love, unconditional love, then you're gonna be off, like going off the track. Your higher self is always leading and guiding you. Okay, you always have that connection. But when you don't know what's going on and you're just in autopilot mode all day, you're just going through the motions. So allow yourself to really be present. Focus on yourself. Watch yourself for at least one day. Write down what it is that you're thinking about. Right? What are you thinking about? Watch yourself for the day. So that's a very thing. That just came through heavy. Pay attention to how you move through this experience, so that way you can have the best experience.
Yeah, I feel like the shadow work and healing is very important as well. As you
Oh,
said, because in order to walk in our true feminine or masculine energy, it all stems from childhood. Okay, because I know
absolutely,
I don't care what nobody say. Everybody on this live has been through a trauma in their childhood, and all our
absolutely.
blockages and problems stem from that. And when we go back to that and embrace that childhood and go through our healing, we're able to walk in our divine feminine, divine masculine, because then you're healed. I think everybody, every male, like you said, should forgive their father. I think should forgive their mother too. Because
Both.
cause some guys feel like they can't be in their feminine energy. They feel like they're weak or sissies or
Mm-hmm.
whatever that may be, but they have to know that they have to have that emotional balance. That's why they can't connect to the feminine energy, because they're too much in their masculine energy, and that
Yeah.
leads to discommunication. We're not able to communicate because they're deep into their masculine energy and they're not able to relate to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a total unbalance. But when a man is
Mm-hmm.
healed, a masculine is healed, then he's able to tap into that feminine as well and be able to talk to us and communicate with us. He will be healthy emotionally, and he'll be
Right.
well balanced, and he'll be able to communicate with us, and vice versa. And that's what I feel. And that's why some women, they jump in their masculine energy because they feel like they got to defend themselves. Because
Right.
that's how I felt in my marriage. I felt like I had to defend myself, so I couldn't be in my feminine energy. I felt like I had to get my sword because he was
Yeah.
always trying to compete with me. Okay, you got a
Mm.
man that you're supposed to be married to and love trying to compete with you. I mean, what is that? So I just feel like it goes to your partner as well. I think both energies need to be healed and balanced in order for it to work well,
Yeah.
because you guys are bounce off one another. But a healthy
Absolutely.
masculine, if you both of you guys are healthy for the feminine and the masculine, if both of you guys are balanced, it'll work, because then you'll be able to communicate. The miscommunication comes in when the man is totally in his masculine, or both of y'all in y'all masculine, and it's like,
Right.
you know. So
Definitely.
I feel like every man should forgive his mother because maybe his mother, you know, then messed him up, and he has a vendetta against women because
Right.
your mom is your first love when you're a young man. Maybe
Mhm.
his mother broke his heart, so now he has a vendetta against women, you know, and vice versa. I think they should be healed. Forgive your mom, forgive your father. Maybe the father was not around. Even for the young women, the feminine energy, if your father wasn't around,
Yeah.
and you miss that being able to have that masculine energy around you, so you don't even know the difference.
Right.
So I feel like this is a very good subject to be talking about, and it's something that really needs to be dug into because, like I said, a lot of people are not aware of the different roles. A lot of people are not aware of the shadow work that they need in
Mm.
order to be healthy. And I feel like this healing journey is an ongoing thing. I don't feel
Yeah.
like nobody is just 100% whole and complete. I
Mm-mm.
think it's an ongoing thing, just period. Because when we arrive, we probably gonna be in another dimension somewhere. And I feel like that's something that we need to work on a constant basis. But
Yeah.
like I said, that's what came to me, like the healing stemming from the childhood, being able to forgive those who let you down, being able to forgive your father for not being in the home, being able to forgive your mother who didn't nourish you. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the masculine, being able to forgive your mother. She didn't give you the attention you need. She didn't nourish you like you're supposed to. You need to forgive your mother. Because sometimes I find too, and this probably going to another situation, but I have to say this. But sometimes I find too, men who are traumatized by their mother and they didn't get the love from their mother, they look at their woman as the mother figure.
Oh yeah.
Okay? And then that's the imbalance again. So
Absolutely.
it's just important for that healing to take place in order for it to be a healthy union.
Absolutely.
That's all I gotta say on that.
No, that was like beautifully said. And I could just add one little thing, just to remind everyone, like the way that energy works, like attracts like. You are who you attract, right? Equal energy attracts equal energy. So if you haven't healed the traumas and all the things within you, you are going to be magnetizing and the other aspect of yourself who has not done the healing work, who is still in the same state and is still in the same frequency and energy level as you, right? So until you allow yourself to let go of trauma, let go of fear, you start to rise, right? And therefore, because you rise, you're no longer going to resonate with the people that you did, right? Now that you're on this new frequency, you're going to align with new people, new thoughts, new beliefs, new better representations and reflections of yourself. So this is why it's vital for you to make the energy, like put the energy into healing yourself. You can't attract unconditional love unless you're emanating that. Remember, you are what you attract. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, what you're emanating. So always keep that in mind. Always try to show up as the most highest version of yourself. And just like you said, like it's an ongoing thing, which I wish it was just one and done, but it literally is an ongoing process of healing. We had years of programming, we had years of other people's thoughts and beliefs being projected on us. So we have to allow ourselves to take the work, start doing the work and start to remove these things that don't serve us anymore. But
Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to address bro.
yeah,
Okay, he said, bro says his mom wasn't around, but I had to heal from abandonment issues. I was angry, just people pleasing. And why were you people pleasing? Because you felt like sometimes when you're trying to people please, it's because you feel like you didn't please your parents, your mom or your dad or whoever that means something to you. Sometimes people please because they want to feel like you know what, that abandonment issue ties into that because that is
yeah.
rejection. That is
Mm-hmm.
rejection. Okay, so you felt rejected by your mom. Yeah,
Yeah,
I read that. You said you wasn't angry, but you felt rejected by your mom, so you felt the need to please other people. So
yeah.
that damaged you in that way because your mom rejected you, so you felt like you had to please others to make
Mm-hmm.
up for your mom not playing the nurturing role that she was supposed to play in your life.
Yeah,
And that's good that you acknowledge that.
Yeah.
That's good that you're being held accountable. You're holding yourself accountable because accountability is very important. So that's good, bro. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And that's something that they don't really teach us. You know, they really don't teach us how to deal with these things. And one thing that I like to remind people is that when it comes to emotions, emotions are energy in motion. So they're meant to move,
Mhm.
they're meant to be felt, they're meant to be experienced, they're not meant to be held onto. This is where a lot of dis-ease happens. First, it starts on like the energetic level, right? Because you're holding on to these negative thoughts and beliefs, and all of a sudden, your physical body, you're having ailments, maybe heart palpitations, maybe whatever it is that starts showing up on your body. So it's so important that you do allow yourself to heal from the things from your past, because if you hold on to them, you're only going to make it worse, and you're going to continue to attract those type of reflections. So I love that you definitely said that you knew it, you knew the issue, and it's amazing. I love to see it. I love to see when people actually do the hard work by sitting with themselves and forgiving and acknowledging that, and that takes self-awareness. You need to be aware of what you're doing, because if you don't realize you're people pleasing, everyone's going to be grabbing on you, because that would used to be me, right? I didn't even know what boundaries were. Y'all want this, take it, take everything, right? But that's how it was. And then I'm like, what am I really doing? What am I really getting back though? Why am I always putting out and I'm not getting the equivalent? So that's when I started becoming aware of these things. Like, okay, they only want me for this, and this. Well, let me start shifting. And once I started working on myself, healing all of these wounds, my abandonment wounds, my daddy, like my parents were diverse. I had daddy issues. I had insecure. I had a lot of stuff that was packed up. And until I started to unpack it, I started to, see more of who I truly was. And now it's just like, it really is. It's like an onion is the way I see it. We're always peeling back layers, right? We're peeling back layers a little
Mhm.
at a time during our journey. But we're in there. We're in the core, and we're always going to be whole. So release all the things that you have been holding on to that no longer serve you, and allow yourself to get deeper and deeper into who you are.
Well, you're on the right track. Congratulations.
I love that. No boundaries. Like, I was like, what are boundaries? What's that? Because they don't teach you that in school. Like, what? So, but it's funny. I can laugh at it now because it's like that showed me though, and that's what another thing is the polarity. When you experience a lot of things that you don't want, like the negative things, you're able to now get clear on what it is that you do want. Right now, you can be like, okay, I don't like how I was treated. I didn't like how I showed up. I don't want this again. Right now, you're able to set crystal clear boundaries and be like, but I would like this. I want to be treated like this. So it's like you needed the polarity. You needed to experience the other aspect to even know what it felt like to. Oh, there's a red robin out my window. But you had to know that's what you need to see the polarity to be able to get a better understanding of what it is that you want and to set crystal clear boundaries. So, yeah.
I say. So, do you want to take some questions or you want to give messages to the
Yeah, okay. If there are any questions, yeah, I'll definitely do that. But then, yeah, I can also end. I have my oracle card book, the Soul Whisperer. So it's like messages from like the universe and your higher self to deepen the connection with your higher self. So either way, if people have questions,
Okay.
and then I'll definitely. You have. I'll
Okay. So if anybody have any questions, we're gonna open up the floor for just a few because we're only gonna be on here a set amount of time. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. If you don't have any questions, we will move on and give messages from spirit.
Okay. Okay. Do you have which are you using oracle cards? Are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
using my work. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Let me
Yep.
see.
Yeah.
Do we have?
So if
Okay.
you guys have any questions, feel free to ask right now. Then if not, we're gonna get messages from spirit for the collective that's on here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It look like nobody has any questions.
Okay. Well, Yeah, did you want to start with the message? Or do you want me to?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me see. Okay. So I put two cards from the Soul Whisperer deck. So the first one that we have, the first message here is it says the love within you is infinite. Share it freely with the world. And I love this because remember, as within, so without, you have to give and emanate what it is that you want to get back in your life. So allow yourself to show up as your true authentic self unapologetically, okay? Be the most truest version of yourself. You don't have to be healed, okay, to start going out there and connecting with people. It's an ongoing process, but you have to allow yourself to also hold space for yourself and be compassionate with yourself during your healing process, during your growth, okay? And know that you are always supported. You are connected to the divine. So you just have to allow yourself to build and strengthen that connection. And then I love the next part that we had was trust your intuition with the owl on here. Trust your intuition. So it's important that you allow yourself to really surrender to your higher self, trust where you're being led, trust that you're always making the right decisions. Everything is always happening for your highest good in the end, even if you can't see it in the midst of it. So really allow yourself to tune into your intuition and trust that you are making the right choices. And also, don't be impulsive when you're acting. You know, sometimes you can allow yourself to kind of sit with yourself and really think before you make that move. So tune in with yourself, call on the divine if you need any help, and just know that you are unconditional love, your true divine essence. So allow yourself to tap into that. And those are the two messages that I have.
Ro, I see your name in here to invite you. Did you want to join the live? Did you have something to say?
Nice with never know. Oh,
Okay, he not saying nothing. Well, you done? Goddess.
yes. I did those two. Yes.
Okay, you say okay. He said no. I'm just listening.
Well,
Okay. All right. Let's see.
okay.
Okay. All right. This card have popped out. It says clarity of belief. Okay, like I
Mm.
said, this goes back to some of us have to erase some of that stuff that we learned growing up. Like
Yep.
some men have learned that if you cry that you're a sissy or a punk. Okay, we got to come out of that belief that you're supposed to be strong and rough and tough all the time. You got to come up out of that belief where you're not supposed to cry and do certain things as a man. And as far as I'm concerned, if that's something, I mean, if you're crying all the time, that's different. Okay, then your chakras are unbalanced. If you're doing a lot of crying, that's but it's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with
Release.
a tear. If you got to cry, that's what it is. So I believe that sometimes why men are not able to tap into their feminine side is because of limited beliefs, stuff that we learned when we were growing up. Stop crying. You ain't no punk. You a man. That type of thing.
Yep.
So I think we need to work on that far as our beliefs to clarify. We need to unlearn some of the dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because this says success and growth. This allow us to grow, and like I said, in order to have a healthy union, we have to have both of us have to have both. Okay, it allow you to grow as a person. When you say crazy, I made a post about being men's mental health month today. Oh, okay, I say. But yes, where we're both healthy and we're balancing those energies, okay, and we're stripping away them limited beliefs, what a man shouldn't do and what he should do, what he shouldn't do, what a woman should do, what they shouldn't be doing. When we erased all that religious thinking we're able to grow and move forward. Okay, because I believe that a lot of stuff that we've been taught is causing us to be blocked. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what else? Hold on. Yes, this allow us to come together. You see, this green represents the heart chakra. Okay, and I'm also hearing that some of you on this live need to forgive. Some of you on this live are holding in resentment and unforgiveness. And I'm hearing that some of you on this live need to release and forgive, even if you didn't even get closure. Because some of you saying, "Oh, I didn't get any closure. Oh, so and so didn't apologize." It doesn't matter. Your closure is you letting go and forgiving that person, whether they apologize for what they did or not. Okay, because this is going to allow you to grow and move forward. When you're blocked, when you're not, it's sort of like constipation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You haven't forgave people for what they done to you, then you're stuck in the past.
Mm.
I just told somebody I've never seen nobody looking forward and backwards at the same damn time. So you, in order to move forward, you have to release the past. Stop living in the past
Mm-hmm.
and allow yourself to forgive those that hurt you, broke your heart, abandoned you, rejected you, or whatever they may have done. There's some people in this life that needs to forgive. And once that forgiveness sets in, then you're on your way to healing completely from this trauma. Okay, because some of you are traumatized. Okay, and I'm sensing somebody on here. Your mama let you down and didn't protect you, or your father let you down and didn't protect you. Somebody felt like somebody didn't protect them the way they were supposed to. Okay, Spirit is saying for you to forgive your mom, forgive your dad, because they was only doing what they were taught.
Yeah.
You are able to break that generational curse. Okay, it can stop with you. You don't have to repeat that same cycle of how your mother treated you, or how your father abandoned you, or how your mother didn't nourish you, or whatever the case may be. Okay, the generational curse breaks with you, because I'm really hearing like somebody's inner child speaking to me saying, that they were hurt or they were let down. Okay, because they feel like their parent didn't protect them. Spirit is wanting you to heal from that. Spirit is wanting you to let that go. Okay, because whoever this is too, you're having stomach issues because you're holding that stress in your gut area. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from Spirit. So whoever that is, you don't have to say who you are, but you know who you are. You need to release that and allow your heart chakra to open, because your heart chakra is closed because you have resentment and unforgiveness. Okay? Whoever that is. All right. That's all I got to say.
Oh, I love that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, wow, that was so good.
Yeah, somebody's inner child just came through and started talking.
Aww. See, but that is something we all have to bring an awareness to, is sitting again with our inner child. And that is another aspect, is our divine inner child is another aspect. Like I picture it as like a triangle. It's the divine child, the divine masculine, and the divine feminine. But that could be for another like episode, because yeah, we still have that part within us, right? We're still able, no matter how old we are, we're still able to do the things that we loved doing as a kid, right? Even if you did love roller skating or ice skating or jump or whatever it is, like you still have to allow yourself to tap into your inner child and still nourish your soul that way as well. So definitely sit with your inner child, heal, mend, and allow love to come in and open your heart, just like you said.
Well, I think we're going to conclude this live because we're all spoken out.
Yeah, that
And
was
if you
fun.
guys like this live and you like what we had to say, make sure you like, follow Kay the
Yeah.
Alchemist, follow me. Okay, those of who are not following, because we're going to be doing more of these topics. Okay, so I
Yes.
hope you guys got what you needed out of this, and whoever that is who has that resentment and unforgiveness. You said I made a post about childhood trauma, self healing, and breaking the generational curses. I say, yes, it's a very much topic that needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yes, like I said, we're going to be coming on here, and doing more topics. For the time being, we may start doing different stuff. Okay, so enjoy it while you can.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm excited. But that was good. And thank
And
you
we,
again for having me. And thank you guys, everyone that was here communicating and showing love. Thank you guys.
you said he said though I was good, but when you called out my gut,
Oh, he said, how did you know that? Yeah, we could pick it up.
look, your inner child was over here speaking.
Aw.
Well, I say, Ro, make sure you tap in next time. We're gonna be doing more.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing more. And we thank every last one of you for listening to this live and sticking around. And I hope that you guys got out of this what you needed to get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna tap in on the
Okay.
WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll see you soon then.
So bye everybody. I'm going to repost this.